Welcome back to Payne Law. I'm Mo Ivory, and I'm joined by attorney Richard Griffin of Payne Law. You know, a lot of times when a person's in an accident or they feel like they need an attorney, all these legal terms start getting thrown at them and they're not really sure what kind of case they have. Do they have a personal injury case? Do they have a workers' compensation case? Is it possible to have both at the same time?
It is, and you know, it's a situation where if they both arise out of the same accident, sometimes people don't realize it and they just pursue the personal injury case or the workers' comp case or not both. Also, a lot of attorneys don't specialize in both. You know, the Griffin Law Firm and me personally, we represent people in personal injury and workers' compensation and have the AV highest rating in both. So that means we can really maximize the recovery in the personal injury and the workers' compensation claim.
So a person can recover in two areas, one pot of money from the personal injury claim and then another pot of money from the workers' compensation.
They can. In fact, an example would be if someone was in a moving truck and they were moving someone, they were on the clock doing something for the benefit of the employer when an accident occurred. Well, if the accident was due to the negligence of another driver, not a coworker, then you could have a personal injury case against the negligent driver, and you could have a workers' compensation claim against your employer because it happened on the job when you were doing your job duties and you were hurt due to the negligence of a third party, someone who wasn't a coworker.
Wow. So if a person is confused about that, they can give you a call at 877-PAYNE-LAW. And will somebody be there to explain that process like you just did?
Absolutely. You know, we are available and you can call anytime and we're going to answer your call. We're going to answer your questions. If you go to the website, you can also submit your legal questions and you can, there's a chat feature, there's, you know, things available to you. So we are always available to give a free consultation.
I'd love for you to give me an example of where you had someone who had a personal injury claim and a workers' compensation case at the same time. So it can be really crystal clear for everybody.
Certainly. We represented a firefighter EMT and he was in an ambulance when it occurred. He was rear-ended. Well, he got hurt on the job, working with a patient in the back of the ambulance, and he was hurt due to the negligence of another driver. Well, he ended up trying to handle that himself and didn't get anywhere. In fact, the adjuster for the personal injury case offered him a quick $500 and told him to go away. The adjuster for the workers' compensation claim, because he waited about 30 days to get treatment, said, we're not going to cover it at all. So that's one of those scenarios where if you don't have representation, you can really be in trouble. You know, you can start being told no when you've got valid cases that deserve to be answered with yes and deserve compensation. So
in the end, he recovered from both.
He did. He did. In fact, we've got a video that we would like to show, and this is the actual client in his own words describing how the Griffin Law Firm helped him.
Well, like I say, when I began to receive a lot of tingling and stuff in my neck and my back and all the way down to my feet, I knew that there was a real problem. So I went back to the company that I worked for and explained my symptoms and the situation that I was going through. And they told me that, you know, they were not going to cover me due to it had been 3 or 4 months since the accident, and you know, I worked as a firefighter for somewhere else, and that anything could have happened to me in those 3 or 4 months. Like I said, I wasn't out for money or for blood. I just wanted to be taken care of. I wanted my medical bills to be taken care of. If there was a problem, I just wanted to be taken care of. And when they denied my claim, that was like, wow, that was really a shocker. So thank goodness for Richard Griffin Law Firm and everything they have done for me and my family to get me through this. They took away all those frustrations and all those unknowns and all the doubts, and they seen to it that I was taken care of.
He's just like any one of us, thinking that you're going to get taken care of at your job, thinking that all your questions will be answered, and realizing not at all is that the case. It's so important to have an attorney for these type of cases.
It is. You know, a lot of people trust the adjuster. They think, you know, that adjuster is going to do the right thing. That adjuster is going to take care of me, going to guide me through it. It just doesn't happen. Right. You know, adjusters aren't there to help you. They're there to save the insurance company money, and unfortunately, it's at your expense.
Right.
And that's a gentleman who was about to have a difficult time and get next to nothing on both of those cases. Instead, you know, he got $500 offers basically on the PI case, personal injury case, when he was on his own. We got him $75,000. On the workers' compensation claim, they said we're not going to cover anything. We got him $25,000 plus his medical bills were paid. So hiring an attorney is the most important thing you can do. And when you have 2 claims arising from the same, having an attorney that specializes in both of those can make all the difference.
Absolutely.
You know, one can certainly play against the other. If you don't have an attorney, the workers' comp adjuster, all the money that they give you may be taken back out of your personal injury case with a subrogation claim. Because we have an expertise in both of those practice areas, we can make sure that it ends up with you maximizing and keeping the money that we get you out of both the personal injury and the workers' comp. And that's what we're able to do for him.
And that's all anybody wants to do is maximize the amount of money that they're going to be able to get from their case. So your settlement calculator is such an important part of a client in the beginning knowing, wow, this is what my case is worth. Tell us about that settlement calculator.
The settlement calculator has been fantastic. It's something that, I came up with to say, people need to know what their case is worth, whether it's a personal injury case, whether it's a workers' comp case, whether it's Social Security disability and you want to know what your monthly benefit's likely to be. You can go to the website and you can click on the settlement calculator button. And when you click on that, you can then select your personal injury case, your workers' compensation settlement calculator, or your Social Security disability. You're going to go through some short answer questions, give me those answers, and then I'm going to let you know the goal, the settlement range. But the most important thing is that we're going to be able to tell you how we can help you get that recovery. So definitely visit at 877-PAIN-LAW and go to the settlement calculator so we can get started giving you the information that you need. I'm attorney Richard Griffin, the legal expert and co-host of the Pain Law Show. How much is my case worth? This is the #1 question asked by people injured at work or in a car accident. Now you can find out for yourself by using our new settlement calculator at 877-PAINLAW.com. Now, knowing the projected settlement value gives you a goal. Hiring our experienced injury attorneys will help you get there. Call the Griffin Law Firm today at 877-PAIN-LAW or visit us at 877-PAINLAW.com to find out how we can make all the difference in your case. After a car accident, you're faced with many difficult decisions. How can you get the medical treatment or even surgery you need? 877-PAIN-LAW can help. How can you pay your bills when you're too injured to work? 877-PAIN-LAW can help. How can you get the settlement that you need and deserve? 877-PAIN-LAW is the answer. I'm attorney Richard Griffin of the Griffin Law Firm. Call me right now at 877-PAIN-LAW so I can talk to you personally and explain how we can make all the difference in your case.